Hello everybody, it's me, Biliah the Sega Gamer, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Genesis. In the last part, we was at the Tetris, of course, slow heaping Marble Zone, but now we're in Spring Yard Zone, which is a mixture between the speed and the platforming we saw from pretty much Green Hill Zone and stuff like that. Well, if you could notice, this is our first city level in this game, which we will see a lot. And also, there's a gimmick. There's like a mini pinball gimmick, but you know, it ain't used fairly well, unlike the sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, of course. Well, anyway, and this is Spring Yard Zone, and one thing I gotta say about Spring Yard Zone is the music. Oh Lord, I love Spring Yard Zone soundtrack. Nato Ofuzume, the guy who composed Dreams Come True, did an excellent job on, of course, the soundtrack on the first Sonic game. Now, the badniks we have here in this zone are pretty much Buzz Bombers and Crab Meats from Green Hill Zone, but we also see two badniks. The one that you just saw beforehand is a roller named Rolly, and then the next one we're gonna see is a badnik. It's covered with spikes called Spikes, and yeah, it's pretty much like the Calicillars. You can only kill them when you roll into a ball. That's why you gotta build momentum. You can't kill them when you're you can't jump onto them because no freaking duh, they got spikes on their backs. So yeah, we're in Spring Yard Zone. Like I said before, zones consist of 3 acts, but in the sequels they tone it down to just 2, and I'll explain that once we get into Sonic 1, of course. So yeah, Spring Yard Zone, it's a mixture. You can build crazy momentum in this stage. And also the gimmick is not only the pinball gimmick, is that we have a bunch of springs. That's why it's called Spring Yard Zone. Oh, and the Crab Meats this time shoot out projectiles. I forgot to mention that, of course. Well, that's the first act done. Now you got 2 more to go. Let me just save because the final 3 is pretty much hard. Yeah, they're pretty much hard son of a bitches. So yeah, I was gonna record this episode like today, late at night, but you know, my computer had problems recording it due to the Easy Cap. It was making this irritating buzzing noise, and I didn't want to wake everybody, so I had to fix the audio, and I had to fix the desyncing. That's a part of making Let's Plays, of course. Let me just turn this down. That's part of making Let's Plays, of course. You gotta fix the desyncing. I learned that from a great YouTuber, Darksmith12, and the good old Great Clement. I'll put a link in the description so you can see how to make Let's Plays YouTube videos. Because you guys know when I did this game for the first time, it was in low quality. But you know, I want to do like a better remastered version of this game. And plus, this is the first video game I played as a kid. There's our 4th Chaos Emerald. And we gotta continue. Like I said again, get 50 rings in the special stage, you gotta continue. Because there's no save points. Even though I am playing on a compilation using save states though. But if you actually play the game on the Genesis, there's no save points. Including its game's sequel. It wasn't until like the third game where they had save points. This is where things get challenging with the slopes because now you got spike balls. It's all about it's pretty much like a balance between the speed and the platforming you'll get in this game. I don't want to lose all my rings again. Did I mention I love the music in this stage? I'll let you guys listen to it. Told you this game has some excellent music, and it really did show what the Genesis could do in terms of blast processing. This and the next well, not the next stage, the next zone after, it will show what Sonic could do with blast processing. Well, anyway, let's avoid these spike traps again. This is way much more better than Marble Zone. There is Roller. Oh crap! I lost all my rings. Roller is a bit tricky to attack. You gotta jump on him before he rolls into a ball and stuff. Well, anyway, yeah, again, Spring Yard Zone is pretty much balanced. Ah, crap! I didn't get any I didn't get 50 rings. Oh well. Wait until the next two zones. But don't worry, we will get all the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, again, like I said, Spring Yard Zone it's a pretty balanced between the speed and the platforming. You got the speed, but yet again, the level design tells you to stop once in a little while to do a little platforming and avoid all the obstacles. That's how a Sonic game should be. But there's barely lack of exploration except for a few multiple pathways. That's why I prefer the game's sequels than the original. But the original is great to play over and over again if you got time to kill. Plus, this is the first video game I played. As a kid, I could never get past some Spring Yard Zone. Why? Well, this next coming boss, you'll find out why. Why I couldn't get past the Spring Yard Zone. As a kid, when I was like around 6 or 7 years old, around 97. No, 5 to 6 years old, around 97. The only stages I play over and over again is Green Hill Zone, Spring Yard Zone, and Marble Zone. And all the zones I loved as a kid, the 2 zones I'll finally go back is Spring Yard Zone and of course, oh crap, I died. So what happens if you get squished is pretty much Spring Yard Zone and Green Hill Zone, seeing how they were fast. I'm never too fond of Marble Zone. Even as an adult, I hated Marble Zone. Of course. I never did like a Marble Zone even as an adult. I have nothing to say. But yeah, I really do love the soundtrack though. But I do prefer the sequel soundtrack. Like I said before, be careful of the slopes because the slope detection requires you to avoid those spike balls. Again, it's balance. But yeah, we're almost there, of course. And here's a little trick I like to do. Woo! And you go, jump off this wall. You know, you time your momentum, you get a secret passage. Invincibility and speed shoes. Oh, also you want to hurry before that blocks the shortcut. Yeah, the shortcut to your passageway. Not only get secret goodies, you get to go to the boss quicker. But if you manage to not go over to the whatchamacallit, to that block, to that passageway in time, then you have to take the long way. But it ain't that bad. Of course. And of course, here's the boss I died. It's Dr. Robotnik! What's this? His Eggmobile may be offensive, but he has a spike! Oh crap. Yeah, I usually died around this boss fight as a kid, especially on that third block. But now as an adult, it ain't that hard. It's just all about the timing, that's all. You just gotta jump like 2 times before he pulls a platform. Before Dr. Robotnik pulls a platform, or else you're dead. Yeah, like that. It's all about the momentum and timing. But don't do it too fast, or else you'll fall off. Because again, you want at least one of these platforms to get to the animal capsule. And it only takes about 6 hits. And we are done! Stay tuned next time.